A mass shooting in Austin and a war in Iran. Security is on a lot of people's minds as we start the week off. We'll have more on both of those stories in just a moment. But first, we're looking at the critical role Southeast Texas plays in our nation's security with major refineries, petrochemical plants, and one of the largest military outload ports in the country. Our Trey Sanchez is live in the newsroom with insight from a former federal prosecutor familiar with security surrounding major events. Trey?
Kimberly, I spoke with longtime federal law enforcement official Brit Featherston about how federal, state, and local agencies work together to keep our communities safe and why residents themselves play a critical role in preventing the next tragedy. The mass shooting in Austin this weekend is a sobering reminder violence can happen anywhere. But here in Southeast Texas, security is not just a priority, it's a necessity.
Anytime you manufacture some of the vital resources that our country needs, basically, gasoline, oil production, and the shipping industry that comes with that, those play a vital role in our national security.
Jefferson County is home to major refineries and petrochemical plants and the port of Beaumont, the largest military outload port in the nation. From the ships carrying military equipment to the fuel powering our armed forces, the resources that move through this region directly supports national defense.
Right here, looking out our window that we can look out, you can see the Freedom ships. You can also see the military assets that are being loaded or taken off of the ships and moved around.
Southeast Texas became one of the first mid-size areas in the country to establish a Joint Terrorism Task Force after 9/11. Featherston began his federal career just before the attacks of September 11th and says one of the biggest lessons learned was the need for stronger coordination, emphasizing the importance of sharing intelligence between federal, state, and local law enforcement agencies to prepare for worst-case scenarios.
They truly are your state and local partners, the eyes and ears on the ground. They're the ones that are going to be the first responders. They're the ones that are going to be the first one on the ground to see something and to be able to react to something.
That coordination, he says, is why communities are safer, even when the public never sees the threats that are stopped. Featherston says sometimes it's not law enforcement that stops danger first, it's citizens. He says a prime example is 2 years ago, when an active shooter threat was reported by St. Anthony Cathedral teachers and staff, possibly saving multiple lives.
It really began by the citizens, the teachers, the staff there at St. Anthony's Cathedral that called and said, hey, y'all need to do something about this.
Featherston says nearly every active shooter investigation reveals the same thing. Someone saw warning signs. That's why the message remains simple. If you see something, say something. Featherston says while he hopes an event like Austin never happens here, preparation is ongoing, and reporting suspicious behavior could be the difference between stopping a threat early and responding after it's too late. Reporting live in the newsroom, I'm Trey Sanchez. Kimberly, back to you.
All right, Trey, thank you so much for that.